everyone. Wolf Glick just showed up with a team that no one expected. Not a single person in their mind was thinking that Swords Dance Talonflame, Mega Steelix, by the way, Mega Steelix, Light Screen Rotom Wash would even appear at a tournament, guys. But we, as a new player with less than 3 months of experience, are going to test Wolf Glick's team, and I'm going to tell you guys if it's any good. Hello everyone, welcome in. I am super excited to play this team, and I'm also, super excited to play with a few of the viewers in the chat. This is the first time I've ever, I talked to a few of the viewers and I was like, hey, you guys want to play like a set or two? And they're like, yeah, and I'm excited. They're excited. We're playing Wolf Glick's team that like they're Steelix. They're Steelix. A little fun thing about Steelix, guys, I actually played that Pokemon. It was my first team. My first team Pokemon Champions, I ran Gardevoir and Mega Steelix, since I was thinking those two could be pretty cool together, with Steelix covering some of the poison types and steel types that are annoying for Gardevoir. Now, I had Gyro Ball instead of Heavy Slam, and my Steelix hit like wet tissue paper, so, maybe that's a difference maker. But first here, guys, first I want to break down the team. There is one thing to note, though. There is one thing to note. The EV spreads. Oh, let me fix that real quick. There's currently a monkey that is hard at work on the screen, guys. I hope y'all doing amazing, by the way. I hope y'all are having a great time. Let us. I like lettuce. You guys like lettuce? I love lettuce. Let me get that fixed and the stream chats more proper, and then we'll talk about the team itself a bit. The spreads themselves aren't public. Of course, all the moves are, but the spreads are not public. However, I actually did some work beforehand to be like, okay, what spread, what EVs, what HP, defense, attack, all that stuff would Wolf probably run? There were a few Pokemon that at the time of making this team, I did actually see their HP stats on stream, which means that I can see exactly what kind of, like, okay, if they're running this amount of HP, okay, the bulk is probably like this, like that kind of thing, Okay, the chat should be good now. There we go. Let's start with Talonflame. Yeah, Talonflame is at the top here. We'll start with Talonflame. So Talonflame, when you run this Pokemon, you run Tailwind, you run Brave Bird, you run Flare Blitz, and the fourth you can run like whatever, right? So immediately there's a problem. Or maybe a problem, maybe not a problem. There's Swords Dance on this Talonflame. I heard in on a Twitter post that apparently Talonflame went Swords Dance a little bit back in like 2018, which is like, whoa. So we're bringing back a historical set with this one. And at the time, this is the first build that I think is actually a little bit different than what Wolf ran, because Wolf's Talonflame on the stream had 159 HP. 159 HP is achieved with 6 SP in your HP, which means that the Talonflame was probably like a glass Talonflame, like not that tanky overall. Like could survive like one specific count that he had in mind, but not really tanky overall. But the idea with this spread, 18 in HP, 7 attack, a pretty low attack, 27 speed with Jolly Nature, is that you outspeed max speed Whimsicott, which can be a little bit annoying. If you guys both go for priority moves, you can get an acrobatic support, it can get a Tailwind off. It takes a Basculin 32 attack flip turn. And flip turn is actually pretty annoying for this team. You hit Steelix for super effective damage, you hit T-Tar for super effective damage, you can get a Weather Setter in. So I tapped its bulk for that. And you still get a KO into Kingambit with Flare Blitz with some wiggle room as well. Like max HP Kingambit. Well, we have to talk about Steelix, guys. We come on. Come on. Steelix! And Deer says, to be honest, I am so surprised you actually can probably figure out the spread. Thank you! And welcome in, Deer! And Deer's actually one of the people I'm going to play against in a moment here. So it's going to be super fun. It's going to be super fun. Cauliflame says, seems like Tailwind wasn't working with the team, so now you have a free fourth move to use. Yeah, that does look like the case. A little bit of a background, guys, as well. there was a Mega Steelix team that appeared at rank 1 on the Pokemon Showdown ladder, which Pokemon Showdown, it's not Pokemon Champions, but the ladder is extremely competitive. You're going to find some of the best players there, and they're going to have the most weird names because they're trying to hide what they're using for champions. But yeah, there was a Talonflame on that team with really the same moves, but Tailwind instead of Sword Sand. So yeah, there's a good chance that that mysterious player at number 1 on the ranked ladder was just Wolf, and it's like, okay, yeah, but I probably don't want to use Tailwind. I'll just use SD. Steelix. If you told someone that Mega Steelix would be a Pokemon that gets second at the first Pokemon Champions region of all time, they would think you were trolling. They would laugh at you. You would get added in the team building Discord and be like, bro, run Excadrill, run Corviknight, run Garchomp, just run anything that's not this like 85 base HP Pokemon. But hey, there's 1,000 entrants in this tournament and they got second, so we gotta talk about it, right? Wide Guard is a move that is so interesting to me on this team because Wide Guard combined with Sturdy means that if you don't Mega Evolve this Pokemon, you can actually support the other Mega Pokemon on this team, Dragon Dance, in a really interesting way. Things like Dazzling Gleam that could hit it for super effective damage, you know, it's not scary. Muddy Water isn't as scary. You scare the Muddy Water, use it off of it if it's like a Milotic or, you know, a Politoed, which he ended up fighting. So I like the idea of that and that combined. This Pokemon's gonna be really annoying to move even if you hit it with a special attack. And Heavy Slam and High Horsepower, yeah, they're just super powerful stab attacks. Really strong. Heavy Slam still does a ton of Floette as well, so really interesting. The spread, I actually got to see the max HP for the Steelix on the stream when I was making this, and yeah, it was max HP. So the idea with this spread is that you run minimum speed, you don't outspeed underspeed, which is like in Trick Room the slower Pokemon moves first, right? But you don't underspeed anything more with a Brave Nature, but you know, it just makes sense. Also, you are Eevee to tank a Zard Heatwave outside of Sun. So, you know, as we talked about, Steelix's base special defense is terrible. It's so bad. Like, it's so bad. If you use this Pokemon and you get hit with like a +1 Moonblast from Bullet, you might just die. But with this amount of bulk, you're able to take a Zard Heatwave, and with how Charizard can actually be kind of annoying for this team, I could see some kind of spread like this. And then the rest is just an attack, yeah. And your notes, yeah, and Sturdy is a focus dash basically, so Steelix is not useless without the Mega, like Meganium, for example. Yeah, that's a good point. Meganium is a Pokemon that if you do not Mega Evolve that Pokemon and you have it in your team, you're like, okay, what are we doing with this now? But hey, with this, you have Sturdy, you have Wide Guard. That's pretty good. Heavy Slam will still hit most Pokemon for a ton of damage. It's like, it's nice. We're gonna speed up a bit of the things because it gets pretty simple at this point. Rotom is, you know, like a pretty standard bulky Rotom, but you have Light Screen. Light Screen you don't really see. You usually see Protect in this slot, but Light Screen is nice because, you know, we talked about Steelix's Spadef. And also Charizard still appreciates Tyranitar appreciates the special defense buff, even if it gets the special defense buff in the sand, because water types, grass types, those are usually going to be special attacks from that, like a Hydro Pump, like a Energy Ball, things like that. So Spadef buff is always nice. This is a pretty simple build. You're going to see most initiatives with something like this. They either have Life Steal or Trick Room. So, you know, pretty standard. Tyranitar does have something pretty neat here in Dragon Dance, which, you know, Dragon Dance is pretty cute, but it makes sense because you're a Mega Evolution. You have so many stats with this Pokemon, but one of those stats you do not have is Speed. I actually have max attack, max speed on this Tyranitar since I saw that its HP stat was actually pretty low. I don't know if you're in max attack, max speed, and one of the reasons why I know that is because the Garchomp that Wolfquick faced in the finals actually outsped him with Choice Scarf when Tyranitar was +1 speed. If you're running a Jolly Nature and max speed, with the Dragon Dance you will outspeed any Pokemon that is a base 102 when they're +1. If you don't, you speed tie. So like he's probably running like Adamants and a little bit less speed. After that, you know, two pretty simple Pokemon. You have Sneasler with a pretty standard set. Protects is like the more flexible move. And that's actually the last Pokemon. Luna in the chat says, hi Luna, hi. Luna says, Light Screen Rotom is quite a powerhouse to use if you use it well in battle. Am I have to try that for my Rotom? Hey, Light Screen, I mean, Widescreen did play second in the first Pokemon Champions tournament, had over 1,000 people, so it's gotta be doing something right for sure. I see something fun, chat. I actually did a tournament a few days before this where I ran a Pokemon with light screen. I ran the Whimsicott with the light screen. Whimsicott on light screen, Whimsicott with the light screen, I would actually say is probably better than Rotom with the light screen, because Rotom is just quite slow, especially if you're running it bulkier. But I mean, it worked out for Wolf here, right? So, well, let's do this, guys. We have 3 battles that we're gonna do. Three battles that we're gonna do with a few of the viewers. Each of the battles will be best of 3. BO3. So first, the 2 wins. So yeah, let's run this team. I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm gonna make the room real quick. Boom, boom. And then do that. So it says, hi, hi. So it says 1,000, eh? I remember how Knoxville 2019 couldn't even crack 100. Oh my gosh. Something really cool about Strider, guys, is that Strider's been competing since 2015. 2015, guys. 2015. Someone can fact check me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's the year Splatoon 1 on the Nintendo Wii U released, for example. And that game has 2 more versions now. So there's a great chance that Strider has seen a ton of the ebbs and flows of the Pokemon scene, but all through it, he's Strider's been competing, so really cool. Okay, I'm gonna send the ID real quick. I'm gonna activate my screen walker. Look at that. Everyone say hi to Pompo. Say hi to Pompo right now, right this second. I want to see a field of hi Pompo. This is how you spell her name, like that. Perfect. Colquim says yes, Splatoon 1 came out in 2015. Amazing, right? Amazing. There we go. Hi Pompo, thank you, Luna. Thank you. She is the GOAT. I have not watched the movie that she's in, but she is the GOAT, and I will not take any other GOAT vouches. Have you guys like all these techie sounds? I'm like so tech core with how I'm filling in a password. Alright, we just there you are. Bam, bam. There you go. Another high Pompo. I love it, guys. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Dude, I love 2-factor authentication. Do you? Yeah, you guys love 2-factor authentication? I love it. Now you may be wondering, why are you doing 2-factor authentication to put a room ID? And the answer is, I'm doing this for a completely different reason. Save your passkey? No. Okay, thank God. No, I have to sign it again? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I swear this is productive, guys. I swear. Guys, what if hear me out on this. What if instead of 2-factor authentication, it was 3-factor authentication? Boom. Now you authenticate on 3 devices. That's more than 5. That. All right, now that they're all distracted, now this is where I fill in the password. There we go, guys. We are now here in the flesh. We're now live. Let me take Pompo off the screen. Bye, Pompo. Wait, how do I take Pompo off the screen? Okay, there we go. There, I just showed the fucking room ID, bro. Oh. Anyway, just pretend you didn't see that, okay, guys? Please, thank you. Guys, it's time. Boom. Do you guys have the name of this, by the way? I named the team. I named the team Wolf-esque because it's Wolf's team without the spreads. Muda says, "See what? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the mindset here." Oh my gosh. Item man. I need to hit this button. There we go. Hell yeah, dude. And I'm here for it? Exactly. Wouldn't that just be MFA? Yeah! Alright, let's go, guys. First battle. We're walking in here for the first match with the Wolfquakes team that I've done ever. And we're gonna be fighting one of the best teams in the format. We're going to be fighting Charizard Hyper Offense with Whimsicott and Gomora. And the best part is that this is gonna be hard. Taking a look at this team here, I mean, Tyranitar, of course, matches well into the Charizard itself, but there's a couple of threats I need to watch out for. That Gomora is going to have Earth Power and will outspeed me, so I'm going to need a Dragon Dance to deal with that properly. Vacuum Legion, Flip Turn, very scary stuff here. Garchomp, also very scary. Okay. Okay, here's the dynamic with this team, right? You really want to play around the Steelix and Tyranitar dynamic here, because usually one is going to cover the other's matchup really well. I'm thinking of doing something like this and then against this kind of team. If we can get that, oh yeah, you're in the back, no matter what. Tyranitar, you are being brought. If there is Steelix, there is Tyranitar, let that be known. Big question, what do I want to use this last one, right? On one end, Talonwave is so nice. Let me try something, guys. Let me try something here. Let me try something. This might be a little bit. No. I'm gonna try something frisky here, guys. I'm trying something frisky here. This is a much more offensive mode than. I should have brought Rotom, bro. I should have brought Rotom. It's fine. I should have brought Rotom. Rotom is incredible here, but it's fine. If we need to Rotom, we have each other. Dude, this guy has 3 badges, bro. Mystic says, "What are you playing today?" And also, the stream buffering for anyone else. Stream probably is buffering, actually. I'm glad you let me know. Hang on, let me see that real quick. I know exactly what can make the stream faster, guys. Thank you for letting me know, by the way. Oh. Boom. So we are fighting a Kingambit plus Edfun. These are just the Japanese names in English. So a few options here. I get to pick up into you. This slot could be a little troll. Actually, I'm thinking of doing something a little bit interesting here, guys. I want to do very aggressive play of Fake Out into you and acrobatics. I do not have acrobatics. Brave Bird. They got Will Connect, there's no protect, so there's a chance that if this moves out is not focus slash, it will get 1 KO'd by the prankster. Okay. Wait, I don't have sword stats, that's why. Okay, I was wondering. I was gonna say my Braver hit like wet tissue. Alright, Moobot's gonna connect, but you're Koba, so you're not gonna do that much to me. Yep. And then Kingambit punches here. But there is a massive problem, guys. There is a tremendous problem with this turn. This Whimsicott that I thought we get 1 KO'd by the Brave Bird is nowhere near getting 1 KO'd. Yep, we did move us into the slot last turn. So what I could say is that you're gonna double up this slot, and I'm actually gonna do something a little bit aggressive. I'm so smart. Oh, I'm such a smart player, guys. I am such an intelligent player. You may be wondering, why am I saying this? I could Sword Dance in front of that Pokemon with Encore. I'm the smartest player of all time, guys. I'm just so smart, actually. You saw that? I'm so smart. I just predicted the Sucker Punch live on stream here. I literally just predicted it. You guys could hear the tone of my burst, how clear that prediction was. bar turning a will kick here. No, 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 no. Should I Mega Evolve? Charizard might be waiting in the wings though. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna do this here. The reason why I'm Mega Evolving is because I don't think base Steel and Heavy Slam would just KO Whimsicott here, but I do think it will Encore. If it doesn't Encore here, that's mostly okay. It did not Encore. I should have went for Flare Blitz. I should have went for Flare Blitz. I'm gonna get Kowtowed for 8 quintillion damage, guys. Are you excited? Oh, wait. Oh, we... Okay, interesting. Now this spot is really weird. I don't think a high horsepower would KO Kingambit from this range. I'm honest, like a little bit too bulky, and then I can max HP. Good double here. I think I attack again because you're so inclined to Encore right now. You can also protect. Personally. I like this idea. And you're saying the wall! Yes, 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 yes. Who needs Mega Aggron when we have Mega Dizandon? Oh okay, okay. This is where things get interesting, guys. Nice. This is actually this is fine for me. Yeah, yeah, this is fine for me. So now what I could do? Let's see. I have fake out pressure, but if I fake out, no. If you're Whimsicott, you have to switch out, right? No, you just Encore this turn, so there's a chance that you protect here. What would be best is to protect our Mega Pokemon no matter what. See, this Charizard's not under that much damage threat, so I guess like you'll feel fine not protecting here. You'll feel fine protecting here. Okay, Charizard White does evolve. The reason why I didn't switch in my own T-Tar, right? Even though like I would technically have Sandforce right now is because like I'm scared. I'm scared of this Charizard. Why am I scared of the Charizard? Because like this Pokemon went for Solar Beam. It went for Solar Beam into Tyranitar and it hurt. I didn't like that. I wasn't a fan of that. I almost got. I do have the Tailwind advantage, which means Steelix will absolutely get undersped. It was already getting undersped, but now it's getting super undersped for these next 4 turns. What I could do here. My Sneasel is a little bit bulky, so I would outspeed the Kingambit, but as we see here, they go to Glimmora. Glimora's gonna be threatening an Earth Power into either slots, but I do have Protect as well as into both slots. I have Wide Guard as an option in case I expect a Heat Wave here, but I could just double my Steelix, so I could also Protect. Neither of my back mons really like taking it. KO? How do I press from here? Because I don't even have like stand active right now, I just want to play a little bit frisky here. Earth Power's gonna go to the Sneasel slot. That's the dead Sneasel. Goodbye. So we're probably confident in the Heat Wave. I guess like the best play there is absolutely to rip a Wide Guard then. I was thinking of Wide Guard plus like a swap in the T-Tar slot, but T-Tar just at so much risk of Alright, I didn't want to do it just yet. Alright, there should be 3 more turns of Tailwind? 2 more turns, so we could protect the scouts. Or we can get aggressive this turn and protects next. I think no matter what, Talon Flame explodes here. Oh yeah. And neither of my mons are really a fan of what happens here. I want to protect at least 1 slot here. Let's go for... If you protect, you're gonna have 1 more turn. Here? You would protect on your last turn of Tailwind. I feel like that's a little bit grief. So you would protect here, right? Use this to try and get ahead. I'm down a Pokemon and I don't want to lose 2. Because if I do, then this Charizard could potentially switch. If I will go into my T-Tar, but yeah, we do take that. You're not going to go for Solar Beam here, so... Yep. But I'm okay with this because this is a non-weather... Okay, I'm okay with that as well. Always okay with that. Some good old 90% accuracy, am I right, guys? One more turn of Tailwinds. I'm a lot more okay with this slot exploding. I will outspeed the Zard because they can't get Tailwind up next turn. So I can just let this guy explode. You protect here. There's a good chance that Charizard swaps out here though, which is a little bit annoying. They do have a Backmon in King Gambit that will tank this attack here pretty well, but I guess this is one of the problems with we don't switch, really. Okay. Okay, we're just trying to get the most out of our turns, yeah. It's probably still KO'd me anyway. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. Okay, I have a couple options this turn. Flynn doesn't have any chip is the problem. But what I do have is... Ooh, actually I just got an idea. Luna says, Glimmer is quite scary even though Toxic Spikes. Its ability as well, Toxic Debris, is very awkward for Focus Sash Pokemon to play around. Thankfully, Steel has the Focus Sash ability as an item, which is sturdy. And it's a Steel type, so it doesn't have to worry about Toxic Debris itself. But it can definitely be annoying for like slower kinds of teams. Okay, there we go, that's a swap. And I'm okay with that because I actually wanted to make a play here to get ahead. And that play is... Wait, I hit Protect? I hit Protect? I did. I double protected, that's my bad. This is the play though. I want to force this guy to Focus Sash. So now for the rest of this game, I can continuously click Rock Slide and this guy will be threatened to explode. His breed is not that because we got 2 Pokemon left. You are a bit of a bind though. Oh, actually I can't quick back any move into this Pokemon right now for like high damage. I'm both contact as well, so I'm threatening. Guys, Sucker Duty Punch, am I right? Sucker Duty Punch. You could protect. This guy might protect. You could Sucker Punch into my Tyranitar slots, running a trade. It's worst case scenario. It's worst case scenario if my T-Star goes down right now, so I'm going to protect. Because there's a very real chance they just try to Sucker Punch me. Yeah. Don't worry, I can be here all day. Oh. Felix? Alright. This is the turn. They have Sucker Punch and... If Spiky Shield, if they go for that and I double attack, I lose the game. If I protect, it could KO my T-Tar. So I had to wait for them making a mistake basically right now. The mistake being going for Kowtow Cleave. This is rough. Rockside flinch in a dream. Rockside flinch in a dream. Fuck. yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you get the pin on the Gwynir, on the T-Tar no matter what. Yeah. Okay, GG. Alright, first game with the team. I actually see how I can play it a little bit differently in this like weather war kind of matchup. I did actually get the stand up for a few of the turns myself, which is like, you know, pretty nice, even without like Mega Evolving Tyranitar. But it does feel like the better Mega is for sure T-Tar. In this matchup. In that case, I do think I could play my lead a bit more effectively there. I can use my speed advantage I have into the Whimsicott for sure. I do think starting with that is like this. It makes sense. My T-Tar lacks the way to hit Kingambit for super effective, but I do have Whimsicott, who has so much pressure in this kind of matchup. I think this lead just makes sense into specifically their Gambit plus Whimsicott, but of course you have a lot more combinations than that, one of them being that Gomora, who could set a pretty annoying Toxic Spike pretty quickly. What if I just go to Sandua early? I thought it would super effective damage. The Moonblast does like very little damage into me. Super effective into that slot. I think Steelix early just makes sense. I always say go Garchomp, but like, yeah, Steelix Steelix just makes sense from a typing standpoint. Finish, there's not a lot of like immunities that I can take advantage of here. What do I hit for super effective? No, I think we just like back to Unplay? Sure. I do want to change up my Pokemon to bring just a little bit. Mainly since it's just good to do that in a best of 3. See what they changed to. That's gonna be Gomora and Bastion Region. That's a Focus Sash. I'm assuming Bastion, assuming Focus Sash here. The Gomora and the Garchomp could both have a fair different bit of items, but what do you have here? Oh, not that much with Sneasel here, if I can be honest. You also have that flip turn as well. You could double this song with a Wave Crash +1. Oh. What you got? I'm gonna pressure move next turn. It's so much single target damage. I think this is fine. Flappy with the bird. Nice. There was a very clear reality with this Gomora Spiky Shield because I have that big pressure and I threaten with the high horsepower double up. Nice. Okay, I got the call very correct that turn. So now it depends on what I want to do because you have that Power Gem, right? Power Gem for sure is pretty devastating here. But what I could do is set up a pin on them. They do also have Flip Turn, but of course we talked about the Flip Turn calc earlier. The question is, do they know that? Wait, what did you go for? You went for Aqua Jet. No, no, no. You went for Wave Crash, so you're probably choice Scarf. Okay, if your choice Scarf, then that changes this dynamic a little bit. I think what I want to do now, I can sack for damage because you're locked into that. The only resist to flying is going to be that King Gambit. I could get Sneasler. Actually, no, this just sack Sneasler, wasn't it? Yeah, but 3 of my team is weak to ground type moves, so. As they're gonna hit this guy with the priority Brave Bird, and now they're going to Wave Crash into my Sneasler spots. Goodbye, Talonflame. Thank you for your efforts. Right. Yep. Okay, yeah, that does reveal that it is Choice Scarf. No! No! I don't take the adaptability Wave Crash! Okay, this I'm 17, 16, 6, 7. That does mean that, yeah, let's do this here. That does mean that I might lose the Weather War almost no matter what. We need to take this guy out basically like now, but they are quite low as well. They're threatening super effective in each slot. I think yeah, both ones are threatening super effective in those slots. Here's the thing, I lose the game if I do not. If I lose Charizard, if I lose T-Star here. So it makes the most sense to, yeah, protect with you. And there's no protect from them because T-Tar is the second slowest Pokemon on the field right now. Red Power does go into this slot, which means they did Wave Crash into the right side. It's gonna depend. But Remy's going to take out the Basket Illusion here, which is just putting so much threat up. The question is now, can I get a Dragon Dance off? If I can get a Dragon Dance off, there is a way into this game because I do outspeed these base 100s on the opponent's team. That is the question. Tyranitar is staring at me. Hello, Tyranitar. I named my Tyranitar Historical because this Pokemon has historically been goated. I lose. I'm back one! Whimsicott! Oh no! There is no, you just pin. Okay. There is one way I can see myself getting out of this game. And it might look really stupid, but there is a way. Just please tell me, please tell me just did not click Encore. Just tell me just didn't click Encore. Just please. Yeah, yo, Whimsicott. Don't tell me you double this. Oh, the crit! I think the crit matters! The crit The crit does not matter. I'm the best player of all time. Okay, on one end, I'm faster than all their opponents now. On other ends, I can. This is another guessing game. They have Encore and they have Moonblast. They could double attack here, which forces out a protect from one of my Pokemon. They could pin T-Har. I think the worst case scenario is my T-Tar getting Encored. So what I have to do is this and this. Tailwinds. Okay, this is scary now. Yeah. Yeah. Popu says Prankster does not work against dark types. Oh. Okay, this is the second tour. This is not a tournament. This is the second competitive setting on stream where I have found out that Prankster does not work on dark types. Etar over here is indeed looking mighty dark. Also mighty dead. Okay. Hang on, you guys. I need to do some. I just need to. Just give me one moment here, guys. Just a single moment. We're gonna do some writing, okay? We're gonna do some writing. And you're wondering what writing? Isn't that sounding boring? Just trust me. Just trust me on this one, okay? All right. I was gonna do this in Photoshop, but my stream will lag like hell, so I'm not gonna do that. This is what we're gonna do, guys. This is what we're gonna do. Alright, I got my pen. Wait, let me turn on my my you know GG. Alright guys, this is what we're gonna do, okay? Prankster does not affect dark types. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Guys, just give me every single dark type you can conceive of, okay? Give me every single one. Okay, T-Tar, Incin, Incineroar. I spelled that wrong. Incineroar. Incin does not get affected by Prankster boosted moves. Tyranitar. I'm gonna spell his full name. I just full name Tyranitar on stream, guys. Perfect. Kingambit, perfect. Kingambit. KG. Guys, actually, you know what I think we should do? Hang on. Guys, say hi to Tokai Teo. Say hi. She's awesome. I love her. We're gonna go down the builder. Dark. Okay. This is Gen 9. This is that's the wrong game. Alright, let's see. Hydreigon, Kingambit, Meowscarda, Samurott, Greninja, Absol, Houndoom, Gyarados Mega. Very important distinction. Pangoro, what the? Wait, Pangoro, what? Pangoro's in the game? Comeuppance. okay, that's cool. Today at words. Alright, just 1 second, guys. We're going to do the next best of 3 versus. And do you hear? Just 1 moment. All right, we're back. This is actually great because I was actually making some plans in my head for the team that I actually use for King Gambit, and it didn't involve using Prankster Encore on Sucker Punch. So, you know, always great to learn more about the mechanics in the game for sure. All right, let's go. Here, it's gonna be you and me. It says, I'll be at NAIC, folks. I'll be cosplaying as a veterans trainer, Sinnoh Variety. Yeah! Guys, you have to stay tuned for NAIC. There's gonna be so many bigger things. There's so many amazing things there. Oh my god, guys. Oh my. NAIC is gonna be so insane. There's gonna be so much content for NAIC. You guys don't even know. It's gonna be so good. And he says, I'm sending you my teachings on Discord and leading the stream or not snapping. Good luck, have fun. Good luck! Alright. Let's do this here. Where's the team sheet? There it is! Okay, my opponents, we do see on the stream as well what Pokemon, and I also see the moves in the background currently. Okay, looks like a Trick Room team. That Gliscor can learn Tailwind, but it does have Tailwind. I see it on the team sheet here. Did we set up Milotic? It's actually a little bit interesting for this kind of team. We do not like fighting Coil Hypnosis Milotic. I do see that the Mega Pokemon is both Tyranitar and Meganium. Felix doesn't look the best here. 5 Pokemon hit for super effective. I kind of need to bring Tyranitar so we can have. We need to? I mean, generically, it's nice. Santa's gonna be set up almost no matter what here. I really like Sneasler in this matchup. I'm a humongous fan of Sneasler in this matchup. I think Sneasler and something that hits Aegislash for super effective damage. From there, T-Tar in the back end. Rotom here? Rotom or Sinishta? I think our endgames can get a little bit awkward with Sinishta in the back. So I'm gonna use this. Rotom has Light Screen for the Meganium and Will, which Will does affect 3 of the Pokemon in a really solid way for us. Let's go with this here. Give me Gliscor plus Farigiraf. So they're threatening the Trick Room, they're threatening the Scarf Rock Slide. I actually learned a couple days back that Scarf Rock Slide is one of the ways to run Gliscor, so very interesting stuff here. You do have that dual wing beat, but I will live a dual wing beat. I don't like in this matchup though is that yeah, I do have 2 Pokemon with priority. I think our best option select here would be to immediately run T-Tar and rip damage into this Farigiraf. I resist the most of this Gliscor's moves, and to go for this play, you would need to high horsepower. I can't see Scarf high horsepower, but I don't like if you do that, so yeah, exactly. You want to go for the Oko with the Talonflame. So you could Twin Beam me here. Such is the nature of Rock Slide, but thankfully, this gives us a tactical reset into our next Pokemon. You. This Farigiraf can quite literally do 0 damage into my Tyranitar, so I do feel pretty confident in going for a play like this. Actually, in hindsight, it would be better for me to Mega Evolve here, just so I take a little bit less from the Rock Slide. And it could also help me hand for an interesting amount of damage, but I also think this is okay. Actually, I don't think Protect would be the worst either. Protect Hydro then turn 2. But this gives me a Dragon Dance, so I'm pretty happy about the Dragon Dance. Yeah, Swab, it's probably a Water Resist. Aegis Slash. Okay, Aegis Slash actually takes this pretty well. From this, from the duo here. Are you expecting a Mega Plus knockoff? I will use that for my advantage. Question is... Yeah, Aegis Slash here does have Sacred Sword, which is a significant threat into my Aegis, my Tyranitar here. Try something a little bit cheeky, guys. The thing about Aegis Slash is that its special signature move, King Shield, is Protect, but better in the sense of if you hit it with a contact move, so you hit it with like a tackle or something like that. You can't even hit it with tackle, if you hit it with like a bold tackle, you will lose one attack and one special attack stage. But it's actually worse than Protect as well, because you can hit him with status moves. If we can't connect the Will-O-Wisp here, we can play extremely aggressive with our Tyranitar and not have to worry about it. Perfect. So what I'm assuming you go for here is a double into the Rotom slot, but I'm mostly okay with that. The only thing is that I haven't set a Light Screen up. But that would also be reading a Protect, which I don't think he did. Nope. Yeah. Oh, that's actually fine still, right? Because remember, Will-O-Wisp reducing the damage of this Aegis Slash significantly. There we go. There is the question of no, you're definitely slower. Aegis Slash with a Brave Nature, which is plus attack minus speed, is 72 speed, so I definitely get underswept by this guy. Again, Sacred Sword. This is gonna hit for so much damage. I'm a Glass Tyranitar. Double KO. Oh my god, guys. 4 HP. 4 HP. 4 HP and a dream, bro. Now, the game is nowhere near over, right? The game is nowhere near over because they still have two Pokemon in the back, and one of those could be the Meganium, which will hit my Rotom for super effective. But oh my goodness, is living there so helpful. Yep, Scarf Gliscor is going to come out. Scarf Gliscor will actually... It will underspeed my +1 Tyranitar because I set my Tyranitar to outspeed base 1 of 2 speed Pokemon with a Choice Scarf. The Gliscor will underspeed. It will move before my Tyranitar in this condition. What I do not know is this Meganium speed stats. I think if this Meganium runs a -3 nature, it will underspeed, so they could go for like Solar Beam plus Rock Slide here, which is extremely threatening. Oh no, they appear with Rock Slide. I wish I had Protect. No, actually that's fine. Oh, that's fine. Oh my god. The reason why that's fine is because I wanted to select Protect here. I did want to select Protect. And when you time out, you select the move that's at your top slot. Oh! Okay, that's good. That's really good. The reason why it's good is because I thought that Meganium would be slower than Rotom here, but it's not. Nice. Wait, it's Solar Beams. Oh yeah, Mega Soul. Oh yeah, my Rotom. My Rotom. Nah, Rotom did its job. I'm really proud of it actually. It did so much in this game. Got the Will on the Aegis slot to help me narrowly survive that Sacred Sword. But they got the Hydro Pump when it KO into the rock sliding Gliscor. That's so nice. Alright, we should be able to pin here with Brave Bird alongside hey, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. This moves anyway. That did not die. It did not die. It did not die. Please don't tell me you have a way to KO my Talonflame. Oh. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The only thing I was like actually worried about was like them going for a KO into my Talonflame somehow, and then from there, Rock Slide missing. But since there's only one more turn of Trick Room, we can just protect here. Now, one thing I actually do want to talk about, guys, is how valuable Protect actually is. I've been running a team that only has 2 Protects on it, and I noticed that some positioning in board states have been really hard. Like, really hard. But Protect is just a nice way for stalling out stuff. You stall out the Tailwind, you stall out the Trick, you stall out the weather conditions, you can block a Sucker Punch, you can have a Mon that's supposed to not be on this field, just alive for 1 more turn, which can be all the difference in a VGC game, which only lasts like 7 turns usually. So that's it's just such a nice move. Such a nice move. I've been working on a Fillet team that I actually used in the tournament a few days back, and I do think incorporating 1 or 2 more Protects will make the teams feel so much better. Yeah, really cool to win that game there. Just taking a look back at it. Weird. They have Farigiraf as a lead, which is actually quite annoying. We had to do quite a lot of positioning, and they also just got that pin on my Sneasel early, which was not the best. We were able to turn it around with that Tyranitar narrowly living the Sacred Sword thanks to my Will-O-Wisp. I do think in general using Will-O-Wisp is so valuable here. Rotom as a whole is just so ridiculously valuable here that I think it just makes total sense to bring it again. The question is, how do we change up the order? This and this, thumbs up. This as a way to hit Meganium just makes sense. Do I have any other ways to do that? I do have Steelix, but the problem with Steelix, right, is that Flame, even though it's made of tissue paper, has some investment and also resists all Meganium's moves. Steelix is going to get beamed by a Weather Ball because it's always Weather Ball Fire, and Sword Beam is still going to hurt a lot. So I think this isn't really the best matchup for it. Do I bring Sinistcha? Sinistcha offers my own Trick Room, which could be nice for reversing the room. It has Rage Powder, which could help with the potential Sacred Swords. I mean, Sneasler basically did nothing that game, right? So I think a lead of like this is pretty strong. This directly punishes the last sweep, but it's also really different. And we're gonna have to mix up that, like, they're gonna be thinking about who's in the back, who's not in the back for this kind of thing. So that is the Meganium alongside Gliscor early, meaning that my Pokemon are in a bit of a threat position here. There's a few options. Gliscor is always going to move first. What they could do is Ice Fang alongside Solar Beam for a lot of damage. But because I have a Bold Nature, I'm pretty confident that I survived that move combo. The question is, do I want to sack my Sinistcha this early? I actually think yes. That it says Aegislash has been out with a soft G. It comes in Aegis. Aegis? Aegis? Aegislash. 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 And it's probably some way to say it. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of one of those situations where it's like I've said the mod is Aegislash for like 10 years now. So like I don't know. Yeah, what about Fire will connect? So everyone say bye to Sinistcha. Thank you for your services. You got me one Dragon Dance, which is huge. You will now sweep the rest of the game in your honor. Okay, so we have a pretty simple play here of sending in Talonflame and then double tapping here. The question is, do I go for Brave Bird or do I go for Flare Blitz? This risks Rock Slide not when it came to this Gliscor. But if you're a Scarf Gliscor, I would be surprised if you just don't get OHKO by this. You're faster! You're faster! Oh! Us? Okay, so we're gonna get the KO on the Meganium here. But I also trade out, which is a little bit scary. My Sandstream, they only have 2 special attackers, so it might not matter. It helps with the Milotic's Muddy Water, but that Milotic is... like, I have Light Beam for that anyway. It's more of a setup, like a Coil Hypnosis Milotic, right? So it's not going to be that offensively invested. Well, hello! Speaking of the snake. The snake is here. The snake is here. The snake is here. Also, how in the world does Gliscor outspeed a +1 Tyranitar that's max speed? Huh? ¿Por qué? What is the base speed on Gliscor, guys? Because I'm surprised at how it speeds. Now you might be thinking, why did you not just Rock Slide the Gliscor? The answer is, this Pokemon's stinky. It's stinky. Oh, that was good. Now, to be fair, I do have a 75% chance of not moving here. But Rotom, please, Rotom, please, Rotom, please, 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 Rotom, please. Thank you so much, Rotom. You did not flinch. Thank God that it did not flinch. Jesus Christ, dude. Okay, leftovers goes off here. What is their backmon, guys? For Rigoroth. This is really good. I don't want to mess with accuracy here. I say as I go for Hydro. I can explain. Yeah, you see that? That is the only way that they're going to be doing damage into my Tyranitar for the rest of the game. So I want to block at least one of these, and I do want to go for the Hydro Pump, which will KO. Hydro Pump is my only attacking move with Rotom, but I don't want to risk a Rock Slide right now, and I don't want to risk that damage right now. Nice. Okay, yeah. We win no matter what now. They visibly cannot win now. You have the knockoff, and their only attacking move is a Psychic type Twin Beam. So yeah, we're locked in here. Nice. Wow. I think this is such an interesting showcase of Mega Tyranitar when there is like few special effects, few super effective moves into it. The reason is I was able to pretty confidently just sack Sinistcha like in the first turn, right, to get that Dragon Dance off, and then after that Tyranitar just sat there. They just kept attacking. They didn't bring Aegislash because they wanted, just like, mix it up, run a different Pokemon, like try the Milotic in this matchup, right? To have the Hypnosis. But it ended up being really simple for Tyranitar specifically to sit on the field. It shows how much things like time matchups can matter, and this is important for me to learn about because like just in general, right? But also there's a team that I'm working on, the full team that I talked about, and it is very awkward wise for that team to like function right now. I definitely do thinking like I'm thinking of like having more of a balance for the way I have time matchups on my team is gonna matter a lot. Alright, well, let's go, guys. This is the third set here. We're gonna be fighting Colo Flame. I'm excited for this, guys. Third set. Let's see how things go here. Then we're running a Scovillain team with Aerodactyl, so it's probably a dual mega between those two. Scovillain and Aerodactyl have some tournament success together. Rotom as well with the Sneasler as fake out option. Kingambit and Battle Region can both be in the back. Versus this team, you hit both my mons for super effectives, but I think you'd rather Bastion Region here, just so you have the super effective damage into the Talonflame. The question is, does Steos live in Overheat? And I think the answer is no. But I think it's the safest lead is actually something like this. But who do I want in the back? Sinistcha redirection doesn't seem too vital here. Do I want fake out early? Oh, I think I want fake out early actually. This could potentially be a slower fake out, but I think it's just too good to not have. I'm gonna go for Talonflame. Sinistcha didn't seem too insane, but yeah. Scope and the Sneasler. Okay, so this is very interesting, right? On one hand, we don't know this Sneasler's speed. It is adamant just like ours, but the question is it faster? That's the question. What's play like it isn't, but what's also play like it is. Which means I would do this combination of moves. The thing about, not that one. The thing about Sneasler, or sorry, this Scovillain, right, is that it could have Overheat or Leaf Storm, but using the open team sheet, I know that this guy does not have Leaf Storm. So if it doesn't have Leaf Storm, we are able to sit in the field against it until, you know, click something like Rage Powder, which can be pretty annoying. And he says, my YouTube chat revives. GG's. GG's Ender. It was so nice to find you. I haven't had that much experience against Gliscor, but it was really interesting to fight. It's a Pokemon that I've been curious about actually for a while. Okay. So either A, we speed tie, or B, they're slower. Leech Seed into my Sneasler. Now, I'm not sure why you would do that. This is interesting. Question is though, no, I do not outspeed. I do not outspeed. I do not outspeed. I know for a fact I do not outspeed the Sneasler on the other side. How do I want to take these turns? I'm going to use the knowledge of their team to mine in a very specific way here. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Talonflame. Scale Wings. Priority Flying type moves in max HP, right? At max HP. However, I'm gonna get hit with Sandstorm this game, so I will not be at max HP no matter what. But if I Brave Bird this Sneasler, I will be faster because my other Sneasler is faster. No matter what. Now the question is, if they Rage Powder, what will I do? And the answer is, I didn't think that far ahead, but the answer is just, you know, let's just pick Rock Slide. Hope that I win a close combat. Okay, yeah, we're hoping that we win a close combat here. It's a question of if I just give up my Dragon Dance boost, right? Never mind. Not a question. I'm faster. I'm faster. Oh, I'm faster. Yeah, I'm faster. I'm faster. I'm faster. I'm faster. Oh. I don't care too much about the burn because I could potentially reset the... I could get Sneasler in, protect, and do fake up with Dragon Dance. So like, I don't really care about the burn too much. And plus, like, getting a burn for wiping out half their field, I think is a pretty nice call. What are their backmons here? Basculegion, so that is a Choice Scarf Basculegion, which means it is faster than both my Pokemon here. And Kingambit. Sucker Punch should not KO from this range. So the question is, what do you walk into? How secure is my endgame versus Pokemon? Not that secure. I think the play is to, no matter what, get damage into this Basculegion. That's me a Wave Crash into my Talonflame, so it is going to go bye-bye. It's going to go pop. But I'm okay with this. Because we got knockoff. That is the Pokemon that's scariest for this team of 4. Their Kingambit does not have low kick, it has Iron Head, so we should be able to take this fine here. Yep. That's actually pretty good to know that Iron Head does that much. I actually thought it would do way less, but still good to know. This says Vita Instinct, our uncle still got it. Yeah. And it says Gardevoir is a Pokemon I really like. See Pokemon using the team and I steal it. Hell yeah. When in doubt, steal from Poke-Aim. And Poke-Aim did like eye for 16th place at the regional just now, so really impressive stuff there. You're gonna protect the stall one more turn of this burn, as well as stall the fake out that I have here. Right. Does close combat KO is the question. Is they're likely to sucker punch my Tyranitar, meaning that's going to go down this turn. Yep. I do still have Unburden, which means that I shouldn't go down to a sucker punch here in the Steamsburg slots. Oh yeah, it's Focus Sash, it's Focus Sash, it's Focus Sash, yeah, it's Focus Sash. Okay. Unburden will activate. I don't really need the speed, but I just need my defenses to not be lowered here. I will say it is interesting that both Kingambit and Basculita were brought. We thought it would be one or the other and it would have that Aerodactyl, but I guess you don't want to bring Aerodactyl because the damage threat into both my Mega Pokemon is just like so bad. It's really not great. Nice. Alright, we're going to game 2, guys. We're going to game 2. I'm saying Basculita is an interesting Pokemon for me. Between that and Hisui and Zoroark, it's one of your favorite Pokemon. Hell yeah! I mean, if there's ever a time to love Basculita, I mean, this is like probably the best. Basculita is just really broken Pokemon. It's broken. It's also broken, guys. It is so broken. And I'm not saying that to like hate on the Pokemon because I love it. I think every single team I've done a tournament with, or near every single team I've done a tournament with has had Basculita. And it's not like I'm like locking in Basculita as a Pokemon to use. Like I'm using a couple of different strategies. But the fish is so strong. The fish is just fucking broken. You're able to last your stacks for so much damage. It's so good. Toy Scar Basculita, Focus Sash Basculita, Mystic Water Basculita, Citrus Berry Basculita. You just run up be one of the Pokemon, still gonna boom people. I love it. The last game had Talonflame in the back as they had Scovillain. Scovillain and Sneasler. We found out that their Sneasler is slower, so they're likely to run something different here. Another Pokemon that could be great as a lead option is that Volt Switch Rotom, or just this Aerodactyl. So reading into that, I want to try something a little bit different here. These aren't great Pokemon to switch in generically, but I just want to change up the order a little bit. Shadow says you gotta use Rotom to take it out early, either that or have Tyranitar get in position for a knockoff. Yeah, definitely one of our win cons in this matchup is getting this fish out of the lobby as soon as possible. We do actually have a decent window for it here, but they're so likely to go for a flip turn into my Tyranitar. So the question is, what could they swap into if they were going to swap out of this and into a Thunderbolt? And I think literally nothing. I don't think they have a Pokemon to swap into this Thunderbolt, so I want to select it. Oh, oh, oh. No, I have a better play. You might be wondering, what's a better play than a perfectly neutral Thunderbolt? Guys, gals, and bees, happy Pride Month. Watch this. Just watch this play for you guys. Just watch it. Just watch it. Just witness it. Oh, you both turned the Rotom. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Maybe I could have Dragon Dance, but if they swap into anything that is not their own Rotom, this Will-O-Wisp will cripple them like no other. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Okay, and they get a speed boost. Okay, yeah, sure. Oh, actually, never mind, they're fine. Nah, yeah, they just got special attack. Yeah, they just got Hoed as well. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Whatever. We're going to Talonflame. I think you fake out a Leech Seed. I don't think you close combat just yet. I think you fake out into the Tyranitar slot because you want to. No, I think you pick out the Rotom slot and Leech Seed the right slot. I think either of those plays. Well, if you do a close combat here, I will tank the close combat because I have some defense investment, and I also Amplifying type. Rage Powder will go off. Yep, there's close combat. So its Underburner will activate now, which is relevant because if it switches out and I get a Dragon Dance boost later in the game, it will not have that speed boost. Hydro Bone connects for not that much damage, and I don't care too much about a burn, but I will undo my leftovers. Sandstorm! Leftovers, nice! Looks like I recover all that chip damage. Burn. You gotta protect, you gotta protect, you gotta protect. They're hoping for a status condition. No, they're faster. They're not faster. They're not faster. They're not faster. They're not faster. Guys, a +2 speed Scovillain isn't faster than my Talonflame. I think they were banking on the Scovillain speed there, because with that you could overheat into my Talonflame. But now this overheat's just gonna hit like paper. I'm gonna trade Thunderbolt into it for neutral damage to the Mega Pokemon. I do have a potential play. Oh, no, yeah, it's guaranteed now, it's guaranteed. I can just Thunderbolt now. So the question is, do I risk the burn? If Basculegion comes in now, yeah, I see what I can do. I don't need to risk a burn on my Tyranitar just yet. And you may be thinking, okay, well, doesn't Basculegion just boom Rotom here? I'm going to bank on it not booming me. Oh, actually, no, it could just go for... No, never mind. Yeah, this is bad. I forgot about Rage Powder. God bless. No, yeah, I did. Okay. Rage Powder plus Wave Crash, Rage Powder plus Last Respects. What's at the worst? It's nothing, and at best, get something. Nice. Oh my god, nice. Okay, this is the question. What did they lock into? Did they lock in the last respects? Going for flip turn. Okay, who is waiting in the wings? I can get ahead if this is a physical attacker. If this is road, oh, it's Rotom. Not the worst, not the best. This is the equivalent of just like some chip damage. The big question is, do I risk damage on my Sneasler? I think the answer is yes, because they have the Basket Region endgame, right? I'm running out of time to get a burn on this Basket Legion. And it is faster and could lock in the last respects at any moment. But the skill villain can't protect. So I think the play is to go for Thunderbolt and go for Dire Claw. Yeah, I don't mind trading the burn at this point because Sneasler is not going to be doing much damage to that Basket Legion. It's all about the fish at this point. I don't know that. Crit. What are the odds that crit matters there? Because I am a bulky Rotom. Whoa. I am a bulky. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. I don't know if I leave a high jump. Oh, actually, no, I'm fine. It's actually better at the sand ended. It's absolutely better at the sand ended because I just reset it here. Basket Legion, yep. And Tyranitar. The two Mega Pokemon are out on the field. Okay, so that's what you choose to lock into. Yeah, it's doing piss poor damage, dude. Vision. No. I live. Okay. This whole game is going to be determined by one singular thing, guys. Can this max? Can this full HP Tyranitar with only 2 HP SP investment tank the best Pokemon in the game's Wave Crash? Can this up and coming dinosaur dragon thing survive the Wave Crash that broke the biggest ship in the world? It's all gonna come down to this. Sneasler is not doing shit to Basket Legion otherwise. You chance. Yeah, the game's over. The game's over. The game is over. Alright, we're going to game 3. Okay, so yeah, we're bringing something for this Basket Region. We are absolutely bringing something for this Basket Region. Princess, why are you not showing interest? I tried to bring you. Hey Run again. I'm a YouTube streamer. I have the Twitch account, but I discovered pretty quickly that like I should probably just stream on YouTube. So just YouTube Max in here. Thank you for like trying to rate me though. I appreciate it for sure. For sure. Heart emoji. He says hi Toes. Hi Lily. It's great to see you. You just joined at the climax of the stream. Because here we are in an intense best of 3 Cold Flame. Let's see here. So the main way they got their Pokemon in that game was to flip turns. They were even willing to flip turn resists just to get their next Pokemon in. They could either A, mix things up and flip turn the more obvious targets, or B, start to flip turn the more rested Pokemon. Or the Pokemon that are more weak to its flip turns. They haven't brought Aerodactyl a single time. Caesar actually felt pretty bad in that endgame as well. So on one end, I want to do something like this. The Wisps were not that effective. I tried to Wisp their Basket Region, but they were so willing to consistently flip turn. The question is, do you bring Aerodactyl? I feel like you almost never bring Aerodactyl. But if you don't bring a prehistoric dinosaur, my ancient, amazing pot of alchemy, he's gonna take over the game. Lead matchup is gonna matter so much here. But if the Basket Region is not in the front, we all know what's waiting in the wings. You can't not bring Basket Region here. It just did too much work in the previous game. And now I have a play. This Govillain has Overheat into my Sinistcha, which will one day KO it. However, I don't care about that. There is one singular thing I care about more than anything else in this game, and it's getting that fish off of the map as soon as possible. And look at that, it's going for a Moody Boost. Going for a Moody Boost this turn means that it's not going for an Overheat, means I can do it for this. In last respects, you will not KO Sinistcha with 0 fades. The only Pokemon that would outspeed at this point is Aerodactyl. But you're so unlikely to bring Aerodactyl here. Yeah, exactly. There is one thing that I do. There is one thing that I do, guys. There's one thing that I do. Here's the thing, everyone. Scovillain does not have Leaf Storm. You can put down every single Leech Seed that you want on my Tyranitar, but I will keep boosting until that Basket Region is back on the field. When that Basket Region spawns in, it is getting knocked off on sight because I outspeed it no matter what. That is exactly what I want to see. I will do this until this Pokemon is +6 if I need to. Perfect. Perfect. They thought I was going to attack that turn. But I have no reason to just not take my time right now. And here's the thing as well. Talonflame. I have Talonflame. So if you choose to Overheat, I'm going to bring Talonflame in and it's going to have priority Brave Bird. Guys, T-Tar is putting up the moves right now. Do you guys like it? Like, you guys appreciated T-Tar's dance moves right there. That was incredible. This turn you went for overheat, so you are crushing protect. The question is, do I let myself get burnt? Yes or no? And I think the answer is absolutely, without a doubt, yes. I could do? No. Brave should take out here. No, it got a defense boost, didn't it? Wait, got a defense boost. It got a defense. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect. I have a perfect play this turn. I guarantee one knockout no matter what this turn. And now that the Skull Villain can't protect itself, and they're unlikely to have Sneasel in the back, I go for Reaper again. And here says T-Tar is dancing more than a Fortnite character. Okay, that's how I said that's fine. I just don't protect this turn. I don't need the priority Brave anyway because I'm faster than a Sneasler. I found that out. Dude, this Pokemon is so... The game's not over, so I'm not gonna say anything yet. I'm just gonna walk in here. Yeah, protect. Fake out goes into... No fake out. So they probably just rip CC right away. The problem is... This Skull Villain is -1 defense. Well, it's not even a roll for Brave to KO. It would just flat out KO. He says, don't forget, grass types are immune to powder moves like Rage Shadow. Yes, 100%. He says, hello to Tarek Star! Guys, Rick Star is so cool. Rick Star offered me a shiny Zoroark because something in like the Discord was like bugging a little bit. But to just offer someone a shiny Zoroark is the coolest thing. Rick Star is awesome, guys. Give the dude some love. It says, I'm not sure about this Ultra Not Peak music. XMY's battle music is way more peak. Dude, XMY music is so good. XMY music is so incredible. Yeah. My whole win con this entire game was to outspeed the Basque region and threaten it with a 1 KO. We're able to get it. Guys, GG. Oh my god. Dude. Wolf was cooking, guys. Wolf was cooking. Dragon Dance T-Tar felt so amazing. Just like so incredible. I love that this gives this Pokemon a new win condition. Like, the combination of a ramping move that specifically buffs your speed on a Pokemon with like that attack stat is just like illegal. I didn't even bring Sinistcha. I don't think I brought Sinistcha. Actually, yeah, I did bring Sinistcha. But like, I just didn't need it there. Besides like the Rage Powdering to just sack. It was so crazy. Papa says GG. GG, Cauliflame. GG. I think two amazing things we learned. Three amazing things we learned. Besides T-Tar just being like absolutely broken with Dragon Dance specifically. One, Bastion Legion is actually quite annoying for this team. I do think a well-positioned Bastion Legion in the endgame can be really annoying if it's hard for you to get a D-Dance boost up or two. You actually have to get two up, I'm pretty sure. No. You only need one. It depends on your speed. But we saw in the game too how my lead made it difficult for me to get a Dragon Dance, and in turn the Bastion Legion was able to use that and some really interesting predictions to make it hard for you to play the game. Upton notes you need two of the scarves. Yeah, there we go, right? So you're going to need Dragon Dances. But two, if you can get D-Dance up with T-Tar, you force these really difficult pins with your type with the dragon. And I think a large part of that was actually my speed stat. I specifically ran this Tyranitar so that you outspeed the 100s, you outspeed the 1 and 2s with Choice Scarf. And I do think that made a big difference in the game versus Zard and in the game versus the Bastion Legion. I really like that. And 3, I do think Steelix is a more flexible spot. I like that Steelix has the flexibility with Sandforce and covering Tyranitar's bad matchups. But at least in these games, I didn't really feel it, right? I didn't really, we didn't really see Steelix, pop off. And actually megaing the Steelix, early, even though that was, technically, I would say a mistake, it put me in a really bad spot where I couldn't Mega Evolve my T-Tar to reset the stand against that Charizard. To be fair, right, Steelix is really good for the Poet type matchups or just fairies in general, to just one-shot them or to do humongous damage into them. But I could definitely see the Steelix slot potentially being more optimized. I think a big advantage to what Wolf brought was that most people are just not prepared for Steelix fundamentally, and that is one of the most important things in a tournament, right? It's not always what's the best Pokemon team on paper, it's what the team that's amazing that people are not prepared for. Of course, there's a lot of cases where it's a team that is just broken, wins or plays as well, right? But that surprise factor, I think, gave Wolf absolutely a humongous advantage. Overall, I like the team. I'm really happy with how it felt to play. I would definitely want to improve how I play against Charizard with it, right? Strider just played so amazing, positioning his pieces to make it difficult for my Pokemon to play, but I liked it. I think the team was cool. Everyone says I'm gonna hash out in my fucking bed for the next 8 hours. See ya. Take care, everyone. Take care. GG's everyone, by the way. GG's. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. It was really fun to play against everyone and get a good feel for what this team was like. So big thank you to Strider, to Cold Flames, and Endear for playing the games with me, and also thanks for you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was so much fun. Take care, everyone. Heart emoji.